I always forget to record. Now, let's run that back real quick. In order to receive good things in life, you must first be grateful for what you already have. That type of positivity can only attract more positivity. If you're grateful for what you already have, then you're ready to receive more. You need to have an attitude of gratitude. An attitude of gratitude. You add up attitude, and attitude is 100% of anything you do. And anything you do in life, attitude is 100% of that. I covered that about last week, I believe, Monday, Tuesdays of last week. If you take all the letters in attitude, you correspond that letter to the number. So A is number 1, stuff like that. That's going to add up to 100%. So attitude literally equals 100% of anything you do in life, whether it's a bad situation or a good situation, your attitude is 100% going to determine how you come out of that. So I need you guys and ladies to have an attitude of gratitude. Here's a quote from Wallace D. Wattles. It's one of my favorite quotes. Many people who order their lives rightly in all other ways are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. Let's run that back. Many people who order their lives rightly in all other ways are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. That is by Wallace D. Wattles. Now, what does that mean? Let's break that down a little bit. Many people who order their lives rightly. You can have anything, you can have everything in place in your life. You could be at the right place with the right opportunity. You could be sitting here in front of the screen with me right now. You are in the academy. You are sitting in the academy right now. You are at an opportunity to achieve greatness. You can go anywhere you want in this company. You can go straight to the top. You can sit where you're at. You become the best trader in 5 different streams of income. You can order that. All that stuff is already fallen in order for you. But you will be kept in poverty unless you adopt an attitude of gratitude. The second part to that quote is in all other ways are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. A lack of gratitude will ensure that you stay where you are in life. It absolutely will. It always does. Here's the quote one more time. Many people who order their lives rightly, who have everything in place in their life in a row, they have all their ducks in a row, are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. Now, how does that happen? How does a lack of gratitude keep you poor? I'll explain to you. There are 2 different mindsets when it comes to success. There are 2 main different mindsets. You have a creative mindset and a competitive mindset. Your creative mindset is a mindset that's based on creating abundance in all things that you do, both for yourself and your fellow men. There's no shortage and there's no limits. There is only abundance. So let's break that down a little bit. A creative mindset means when you're looking to say you're looking to start a deli and you're looking to put that on Main Street in your hometown. Say there's 5 other delis within a 5-block radius. A creative mindset would say, I'm just going to make my deli. And yeah, there's a couple other delis here, but that's all right. There's an overabundance of customers. This is a big town. Maybe I can create my own twist on a sandwich. I can do something a little bit different. The key part of this is that you're not looking at the market as already being taken up. You're not looking at all the resources, all the customers, all everything as there only being a finite amount, and you have to compete with the 5 other delis to grab that customer base. What the creative mindset acknowledges is that there's an abundance of customers. If you build it the right way with the right intentions, the right people will come to you. If you have an attitude of gratitude, when people walk through that door, then people will stay. So the other mindset is the competitive mindset. This will put the creative mindset in a little bit more light so you can understand it better. The competitive mindset competes for what has already been created. It takes from people, drives sharp bargains, you raise the prices, cheats, takes advantage of, covets thy neighbor's goods. So a competitive mindset sees the market as it's already saturated. Whatever you do, it's already saturated. I can't open this because there's enough people in that. I can't do this because there's enough people in that. Say for crypto, I can't invest in that coin. There's already so many people in it. The price is already there, and it's going to go through the roof. Everybody has an opportunity. Your job is not to compete with anybody else. It's the Mamba mindset. Who here likes Kobe Bryant? Kobe Bryant never competed with anybody. He competed with himself, but he was creative. Now, creative versus a competitive mindset, like I said, a competitive mindset is going to just look at the market and look at anything in life like it's already saturated. Why would I do that? Because I'm going to be fighting for this. During the gold rush, the competitive mindset's lost. Because competitive mindsets looked and said, oh, there's only enough gold. There's only so much gold to go around. A creative mindset looked at it and said, I will dig for more. Whatever you want is going to come to you. Everything that is or will ever be is already on this earth. I need you to stop and think about that for a minute. Anything there is or will ever be is already on this earth. When we were cavemen, the materials to build that spaceship, to build SpaceX, that Elon Musk has, the materials were already here. We just did not have the thought or the imagination or the creative process to put it together yet in the right formation so that it would form a rocket. It took centuries, if not a millennia, to do this. Let's go over creative mindset one more time. It's a mindset that is based on creating abundance in all things you do. Everything you do. It doesn't have to be about money, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about anything you do. Create an abundance, both for yourself and your fellow man. When you're interacting with people, let's bring it back to business. When you're interacting with people, do you leave them with more than they had when you met them? Mentally. Not just monetarily. Ladies and gentlemen, I do this for free. I do this for myself. I do these calls for myself, and I do it for you guys. This is a creative mindset in front of you. I'm creating abundance in all things that I do, both for myself and my fellow man. There is no shortage of mindset. There's no shortage of knowledge. There's no limits. There is only abundance. Self-development really started becoming what it was back when Earl Nightingale became a part of it. But the thought process behind self-development has been around since the 1800s. If there was a shortage of knowledge, the market would be cornered. Nobody would start self-development companies anymore. However, with the boom of Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all these things, there's been an abundance of self-development companies. Now, why is that? Because they are thinking in a creative mindset. Nobody comes into this business thinking it's all taken. All the niches are taken, niches are taken, all the life coach stuff is taken. Nothing is taken. You are as you think. So what I'm trying to tell you to do is you are to become a creator, not a competitor. You are in competition with nobody. Absolutely nobody. Competitors reap what they sow. Now, there are a lot of people with a competitive mindset that make a lot of money really quick. And I'm here to tell you that the same way that you achieve success is the same way you will lose it, good or bad. If you do it the right way with the creative mindset, you will only inspire more success. If you put people above profits, you will always profit from those people. That doesn't have to be monetarily. That could be mentally. I put all of you above profits. Therefore, I profit from all of you. Doing these calls, it is a symbiotic relationship. That means as much as I'm giving you, I am getting in return because I'm hearing myself say it. Therefore, I am understanding it that much more. And when I get off these calls, I feel great. I have to recharge for a minute. But it's the same thing in your everyday life. Think about tonight. I want you guys to sit down and think, where am I creating and where am I competing? You don't compete with anybody. You compete to be better than you were yesterday. That's it. That's absolutely it. I don't care. You don't keep up with the Joneses. Who cares what they're doing next door? You shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house. So, competitors, some may make a lot of money really quick. The Rockefellers, the Eisenhowers, everybody who made a lot of money real quick in the trust back in the day, the Steel Trust, Andrew Carnegie, all of them, they drew sharp bargains. They squished their competition out until there was no more. They bought them out. They sold them out. They did anything they could to make a buck and anything they could to get it going. And what happened? That same competitive mindset that they put towards starting their business ended them, because you have to understand there will always be somebody bigger. There will always be somebody badder. You might be the biggest, baddest business on the block right now. You may be the biggest, baddest person walking this earth, but there's always somebody bigger. There's always somebody tougher. Humble yourself. Humble yourself and create. You reap what you sow in life. Picture your mind as a dirt field. You have a seed of corn and a seed of nightshade, a poison. As you walk down these rows, competitive mindsets will plant poison, because that same competitive mindset that got them the riches that they have, they will be outcompeted by somebody else in the future. Now, have a good night. The creative mindset is walking down the rows and sowing corn. This corn will grow to fruition, and from that corn, you can feed the masses. You can't feed the masses poison, but you can feed them corn. And from there, they can take a corn kernel and plant that. I think that's how it works. I'm not a farmer. However, get what I'm saying. You want to live a life of abundance? Then you have to learn to give more than you receive. Now, creators get what they want in such a way that every man they deal with ends up with more than they have now. Every time I talk to somebody, I don't care if I'm talking about the weather, I try and leave a little nugget, plant a seed in their head that'll make sense later. And you know what? My life is full of abundance now. I walked into this treatment program with nothing but the clothes on my back. Since then, I've become a six-figure earner. I have changed hundreds of thousands of lives through you guys. You guys take this into the world and you guys change your attitude. That changes another attitude. That changes another attitude. So through myself and through all of you, I have changed lives. I live a life of abundance now. And there's always more coming back. I am extremely, eternally happy and grateful for all of this. Now, you must rise above the competitive mindset. Worrying that there is not enough of anything distracts your creative process. How many of you panicked and went and bought gas? How many of you panicked when the COVID started and went and grabbed toilet paper? I guarantee you there was really no shortage. There was no shortage in the beginning. There was no shortage. The only reason there was a shortage was because of greed and a competitive mindset. When thousands of people go and buy the same product at one time, stores can't keep up with it. And because of that, there was less of an abundance for your fellow man. Some of you had an abundance of toilet paper. Your neighbor had nothing because of your competitive mindset. Feel good about that now? Now, only creative mind, let's flip this back around and bring it full circle, baby, right? Only creative mindsets can be grateful. Competitive mindsets are wholly ungrateful. Only creative mindsets can be grateful. That's it. Competitive mindsets are always ungrateful. They see a shortage, so they are ungrateful for the fact of what is already there because they're always trying to grab more. Creative mindsets are grateful for what is already there. They're grateful for those 5 delis. They hope they eat. They hope they get all the business in the world, but they know they can grow their business because they have a creative mindset. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to be a genuine human being. Now, the law of gratitude is a law of the universe, just like the law of attraction is. However, it closely follows the law of polarity, meaning the law of gratitude is the natural principle that action and reaction are always equal and in opposite directions. To every action, there is a reaction that is equal to or greater. Einstein said that. That's the law of polarity. The law of gratitude follows that. If you have an attitude of gratitude, you are putting positivity out into the world. So therefore, you must only bring in positivity. Now, the polar opposite of that, the opposite direction of that, is a competitive mindset. They are ungrateful. Ungrateful breeds poverty, and that is what you get. It may not come immediately, but karma always comes back around. And we all know sometimes she's a slow bitch, but she comes back around. She always does. Now, a strong, continuous attitude of gratitude, like I said, will lead to a strong and continuous flow of abundance in your life. Without gratitude, you cannot keep negativity such as dissatisfaction and contempt at bay. If you allow those thoughts and attached emotion to them, you're going to receive it in abundance. Let's run that back. If you have a strong, continuous attitude of gratitude, this will lead you to a strong and continuous flow of abundance in your life. Without gratitude, you cannot keep negativity such as dissatisfaction and contempt at bay. You can't. You're attracting it to you. If you allow those thoughts into your mind and you attach emotion to them, emotionalized thought, you will receive that in abundance. Last week, for those of you that were with me, I covered emotionalized thought. What is emotional? Your subconscious takes emotionalized thought and acts on it. It can't tell good or bad. It just sees emotion. It is a perfect soldier. It does exactly what you tell it to do. When you are ungrateful, you are telling your subconscious, I want the bad things in life. I'm ungrateful. When you are grateful, you are saying, I am so happy and grateful now that I have these things. My life is abundance. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. And because you have that positive attitude, your mind takes that thought and that positive, emotionalized thought, wraps it into one, sticks it down, and everything you do reflects on that. I need you to remember, thoughts turn into emotions that turn into behaviors, into habits. You are the architect of your own reality. Are you not? What you think about manifests itself. So to permit your mind to dwell upon the inferior is to become inferior. On the other hand, to fix your mind on the best is to become the best. Let's run that back all the way back because I need you to hear me. I need you to listen. And I need you to commit this to your memory. To permit your mind to dwell upon the inferior is to become inferior. On the other hand, to fix your mind on the best is to become the best. You want to be the best in anything you do in life. I don't care if you're taking out the trash. Be the best at it. Be the best at it. Why would you do anything subpar? Why would you do you wake up in the morning and say, it's going to be a beautiful day. I'm not going to do everything to the best of my ability today. Hell no, you don't. To permit your mind to dwell upon the inferiors to become inferior. To permit your mind to dwell upon ungratefulness is to become exactly what you are ungrateful about. On the other hand, to fix your mind on the best is to become the best. Where do you want to go? You want to go to chairman? Fix your mind on the best. You want your kids to grow up and be successful adults? Fix your mind on the best. Be grateful for their accolades and their mistakes because you only learn through mistakes. If you're not making mistakes and you're not failing, you're not going anywhere. You're playing it safe. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost done. In order to keep going with gratitude, you need faith. How do you get faith? Faith is born of gratitude. A grateful mind continually expects good things, and expectation becomes faith. I don't know if y'all heard me. Faith is born of gratitude. The grateful mind continually expects good things. If you're grateful for what you have, then you expect more of it, do you not? That expectation becomes faith. That is what faith is. Now, being grateful for everything in your life will bring you and your being into harmony with your future success. I need you to be grateful for your shortcomings as well as your accolades, as well as all the great things in life. I bet you can think of a couple things right now that were great events, but how hard is it to think about all the bad things in life that's happened to you, all the people that screwed you over? How hard is it to look at those things and be grateful for them? I'm asking you right now, be grateful for them. Because every decision you've ever made brought you to right where you are right here, right now, in front of me, looking at this screen, sitting here listening to my voice. Every single decision that you've made has brought you to this point in your life. And the decisions you make when we get off this call are going to determine where you go from there. In order to be grateful, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to learn to forgive. I'm sure some of you thought of some bad things real quick when I just said you need to be grateful for your shortcomings. And said, what am I going to be grateful for that for? Made you the man you are today. Are you proud of yourself? If not, you should be. Let me give you a little exercise real quick. This is a gratitude rock. I got a cute one, right? This is a gratitude rock. Now you can do this. Go grab a rock from your local stream. Go find that pretty rock from the beach. I don't care if it's a shell. Find a rock. Put it in your pocket. Every single time you brush against this or anything, I want you to hold this. And I want you to really sit here and think. Really sit here and think. I'm so happy and grateful for this. Feel the emotion behind it every single time. Meditate on that for at least 10 seconds as to why you're truly grateful for it. And if some bad thoughts come to your head, let them in, acknowledge them, let them go. Who are you to stop them? You're not stopping them to talk for them. You have the power to kick any thought you want out of your mind. It just takes practice. With everything else in life, it takes practice. I do it all the time. I'm not perfect at it. I have my bad days. But those bad days are not bad weeks anymore. They don't turn into months. They don't spiral out of control. Practice. You have to have an attitude of gratitude. I'll tell you what, every time I got arrested, I was pissed off. Every single time I ended up in cuffs, I was pissed off. But you know what? I'm so happy and grateful that I got arrested. I am. You know why? It forced me to clean my act up and turn my attention to what I'm truly passionate about. And that is speaking to you, ladies and gentlemen, right here, right now. See how I took a really bad thing and switched it around? But in order to do that, I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive the cops that kicked the hell out of me. I got one hell. You guys can't see it on here. I don't think the Zoom is too grainy. I got one hell of a scar right here. Cops kicked the hell out of me because I kept running my mouth because I don't know when to shut up. And that's why I have that's why I have a night, 2 nights a week that I talk. I don't know how to shut my mouth. Listen, learn to forgive yourself. You are your biggest critic. And this is what I'm going to leave. This is what I'm going to leave you guys off on. You are your biggest critic. If you talked the way you talk to yourself, to your friend, would you guys still be friends? Probably not. If your friend was going through the same thing that you're personally going through in life, would you tell them the same thing that you're telling yourself right now? Oh, you're just a piece of shit. Yeah, you deserve that. Yeah, it's all your fault. What kind of friend are you? So if you would not say it to your friend, why would you then turn around, look the man or woman that you are in the mirror and tell yourself to go fuck yourself? What are you doing? Have you lost your mind? I believe you have. I need you guys to go look yourselves in the mirror. And I need you guys look at yourself in the mirror. First of all, look at yourself and say, I love you. Insert your name at the end. Second of all, I need you to forgive yourself. I need you to say, Ed, I forgive you. Do that every single day. Feel the emotion behind it, because emotionalized thought, what happens? Gets planted in the farm field that is your mind and will grow into fruition. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our call. I will see you guys Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Don't quit.
Yo. Ed, pass it to me, Ed. Don't end it.
I bet I won't end it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you first and foremost, multi-millionaire Alex Lugo, my brother, my best friend. Listen, I need you guys to stay on this call. Don't go anywhere. Listen to what this man has to say. He taught me everything I know, and me and him started this journey together in a PTSD program. And I'm telling you what, as much advice as I have for you, he has for you. Let it rock, Alex.